They don't have to be aligned. And just let your tailbone move forward, like farmer jack, and then press out. And then forward, and back, and then breathe. So it's like almost like a seated cat-cow. But you see the ball gives you more mobility, right? It connects you to your tailbone so then you have the wave. Breathing. Use your hands as leverage to then start to lift the heart, chest, chin up, and then drop. You can do this all the time. Come back to center, and I'll just let the hips go side to side. Whee! Oh yeah, we have some extra ones, perfect. Yeah, use one of ours, is great. And then remember we did that Sufi grind? Oh, it's a whole different world. Use your hands if you need to. I like to use the hands because then I get more access to the back. Imagine you're on top of a big bed clock and you're going to touch all the numbers of the big bed clock. How's your breath? And it's okay if you're like, ooh, is this okay? It's okay. It feels so good, doesn't it? Let it go. I'm feeling some crunches in my back. Decrepitness, it's okay. Let's go the other way, breathing, using your feet as foundations to press. And then from here, we're going to slide our hands down our shins, ankles, let the torso drop towards the ball. Take a deep breath, let it go. And then press off your feet or your legs. Let's get a half lift, lift the heart forward, take a deep breath. And then exhale, Good, and again, inhale, lift, extend, and lengthen. And then exhale, let it all go. Now you can stay here with your hands, or if you want more, be careful. If you have spinal issues, you might just stay here. Otherwise, you could reach your hands underneath your legs and hug your ball. You might need to walk your feet out a little bit more. If that's too intense, just bring your hands back towards your legs in front. Take another deep breath. You feel how this is opening up your back body through the contact with the front body. Take a deep breath. And then exhale. And then from here, walk your hands forward. Maybe they touch the floor. Lift the heart, half lift. Now we've been redirecting blood flow, so we want to be careful we're sitting on something that moves. So bring one hand to your thigh bone and then the other, engage your belly button, unfurl your spine, super duper slow. And as you're upright, you can bring your feet back towards the ball a little bit. Find our alignment, find our curvatures, our 3 curves of the spine, and just relax around and notice what you notice. Good work. Now we're going to let the legs open up wider to your comfort. So if we were sitting on the floor, like we were doing like that before, wide leg, this is similar. You can even do that. Whee! Super fun. And then you can make some circles. Oh, it gets better. And then go the other way. Because below the navel point is stuck for many, right? Maybe not Shakira, but, you know, for most of us, it gets pretty stuck. And this is where the Kundalini life force energy lives. And let me just say this, because we're at Kripalu, everything is sexual energy. It's creative. It's our job to move it up the spine in this incarnation. Now, are you ready? Bring your hands to the ball. See if you can lift one leg. Woo! Whee! No hands, Mom. Doesn't matter. We're just playing. We're literally playing. You feel it? It's like Disney World for adults. I used to be able to cross my legs and sit on it. I know Angela probably can.
Too smushy.
It's just fun. It's fun. Because now your core muscles are like, yeah, they're firing off. You feel that? It's a good thing. Whee! It's fun. Now, from here, I'm going to turn to the side. From where you are, watch what happens. We're going to be very careful of those around us. We're going to bring hands to the floor. We're going to let our legs go up and around. Woo! And then the hands stay on the floor. Then tuck your toes. Hands are on the floor. You're just going to shift. You're going to stretch your fascia of your toes and feet, so push off the toes. Now, you know, you'll see these balls in the gyms and people are doing crunches and push-ups. You can do that. But that's not what the ball was created for. You know what it was created for? The rehabilitation of the spine. If you go to any physical therapy office, you're going to see them working with this. So what's happening here is we are prone on the ball, and our lower back, mid back, upper back feels safe. Now, walk your hands towards you. You can tuck your toes under. Let your torso just melt over the ball. Let the weight of the head drop. Take a few deep breaths. We're also contacting the Manipura chakra, the seat of our personal power, and where we're digesting so much. But as the connection is happening in the front of the belly, we're opening up the space of the lumbar. And then of course the ribs are helping to open up the middle back. Drop the chin a little bit deeper. This is my favorite thing to do, I think, on the ball, just letting go. And it's safe for most people's spines. When we go supine backwards, we'll talk about, the differences there. Now lift your legs off the floor, bring your hands beneath your shoulders. Let's go for a swim. Just pumping the legs up and down, pointing the toes and then flexing the heels. Pointing the toes and flexing the heels. Breathing. Look straight down so your neck is in neutral and is very relaxed. Can you get the legs up a little higher, like you're in the ocean, the waves just got bigger? Whee! Point your toes, flex your heels. And then from there, bend and extend at the knees a couple times. Fold the heels in and then extend. And then flex the feet, energize through the back line of the legs as if your feet are on the wall behind you. Now, for you Chaturanga Dandasana lovers, walk your hands in a little closer. If your hands are flat, wonderful. Open up the hands really wide. You're going to shift your shoulders back, bring your chest to the earth, towards the thumbs, and then go press up. So if you want to get stronger, this is a way to do it. Inhale, lower. The elbows stay glued to the ribs. And as I start to bend the elbows, I'm pulling my shoulders back. We're just going to do 100. Ready? I'm going to count. 99. I'm a veteran. I love me some push-ups. All right, now push against your hands. You're going to stretch your hands and wrists. Just push against your hands. Lengthen through the whole body. Your toes might touch floor. Let yourself feel this beautiful length. Breathe into the ball.
You're a real veteran, not just an expert. You are a veteran. I don't know if people know that.
I'll take it. All right, now I consider this the best downward facing dog. So I'm going to bring my toes down and I'm going to take the tailbone up to the sky like I'm showing you. Now you can lift your chest and push it into the ball, which will help you to get more extension through the tailbone. Do you notice that? So if you move your chest forward, and now walk your feet in closer, take your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Now your right knee has some support. You feel that? You can answer me, it's okay. Yeah, this is just so I know what's going on, and then put that foot down, perfect. Lift that other leg up, and roll the foot around the ankle, breathing. Good, and then lower that leg. Now from here, you're going to slide down on your knees. Now be careful, us knee replacement people are waiting for a knee replacement. But you're going to open your knees wide, bring your hands to the top of the ball, and you're going to just creep your hips down. You can be up here, you can be lower. It doesn't matter, but we're going to roll. We're going to push the ball forward and aft, let the head release, and just lift the heels, or don't lift the heels, lift the hips off the heels, and then lower. So we kind of did this in chair yoga last night, right? But this ball is giving you more mobility, more access to the flexibility of the tissues. And now pull the navel in, rounding the spine. Pull the ball towards you. This is called high cat tuck. So we're pulling it back. And now guess what we're going to do? Hug the ball. Have you hugged your ball today? So feeling the physical contact like we are is really helpful. It's good for us humans to feel like we're giving a hug and we're receiving a hug. And then from here, tuck your toes under, put your toes to the floor. Make sure they're not on the blankie because then they'll slide. Bring your hands to your sacrum, interlace. Please take a deep breath. And then slide the hands towards the tail. Lift your shoulders and slide the shoulders down. Breathe in and out. And then from here, let the arms wrap around the ball. Your knees can stay hovering. Push into your right foot, your right toes, right hand on the floor in front of the ball. Turn left and let your left arm surge. You can even move towards a side plank. But what we're going to do with our left arm is we're going to make slow sweeping circles around the perimeter of the room, like we want to touch all of the room. The ceiling, the floors, the baseboards. So maybe 3 times in one direction and then go the other way. Breath in and out. Now if you want to bring your right hand even stronger underneath the right shoulder, you could then do a little bit more of a challenging position by lifting your left leg. You might rock and roll a little bit. That's perfect. You see what I'm doing here? Just kind of lifting that top leg, that top arm. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, lower the foot. If it's elevated, bring that left hand back to the floor. Separate your feet in your hands. We're going to make circles. You're just going to pass the weight from foot to foot, hand to hand. It's kind of cleansing the body's palate, and then go the other way. Andrew, you're running out of room, huh?
Long legs.
Okay, and now place your left hand down underneath the shoulder. You're going to turn your left foot in. Now you're going to face the right. Now the right arm surges, and then up to the sky, and then we're going to do those 3 sweeping circles. Now what I like to do also is when the arm comes down, I let my torso fall to the ball and then lift up and away. So it can fall to that front of right chest and shoulder. Now go the other way with your circles. And if you want more rotation through the shoulder, look at the arm as it goes towards the back of the mat. And now you can come back to the center. I'm going to walk my feet in a little closer, see if I can stay on the outside of the left hip as we lift that leg. Lift that right leg, yeah. Breathe. Breath in and out. And then lower the foot, lower the hand. Come back to center. Come up to your fingertips. Make those circles again. So you're just distributing weight, one hand to the other, foot to foot. Breathing. And then reverse. So this helps with digestion, as you can imagine. So you might have a great elimination later. You'll thank me, I think. Those are important, those eliminations, yeah? You know, they say you are what you eat, you're also what you don't digest. And that could be feelings and emotions too. Now let your whole body just fold like a frog, just fold over the ball, let everything relax. See, when you breathe into the belly, it's pushing into the ball, and you're opening up that lumbar area. This would be a good thing to do after a long drive or sitting in a chair, desk all day. Okay, now put your hands to the floor in front of you, flat on the floor. You're going to roll forward, bring your toes to the floor, and then you're going to walk your hands towards the ball. You're going to come onto your feet. This is like a Uttanasana, forward fold, but you're going to let your front body, torso hang on the ball. And so the weight is all the way into your feet, heels included. Do you feel this opening along the hamstring? Is that a yes?
Yes.
I love this one. Can you feel how you can just let go? Now everybody's different. If you have a smaller ball, if you're a taller person, I'm a tiny person with a big ball, so I feel very connected. We do our best. Let's bring our hands to the top of the ball, pushing ourselves up. Keep hands on the ball. And then take your feet wide, and we're just going to go side to side lunging. You can even pass the ball over to one side and then the other. Breathing. And then come back to the center. This is why I like these 2 mats here. Take your, some of you have socks on. You're going to slip and slide. So if you want to take your sockies off, that's awesome. You want to feel that you can stick to something, or, you know, not slide on your blanket either. So you can, that's why I moved my blanket. Let me turn this way. So this is going to be a wide-legged forward fold. So if we were doing that, you could even put the ball here. You could even do your wide-legged forward fold like this. Matter of fact, let's do that first. Let's bring ourselves onto the ball. Now, with your feet wide, you're going to pull with your feet, and you're going to start to feel the adductors working. You feel that a little bit? Okay, so inhale. Exhale, jackknife. The ball is going to go back. Watch it. If you need to watch me, it's going to go back. And then I put my hands to the floor. And then you can walk your hands forward in a wide-legged forward fold, pressing your hands to the floor. So this is like downward facing dog, upper body, and pyramid lower body. How we doing? Are we breathing? We got a runaway ball.
Feet flat, turned out, or
You can have your toes just like you would in a wide-legged, toes forward. You could also do it that other way. And so hopefully what this ball is offering is less pressure on our joints. You feel that? We can sink our pelvic to the ball and all those areas that are hard to target, because when we're doing a forward fold without the ball, we're usually tensing those areas. Now walk your hands back up to the ball, put the hands on the ball, round up, come up, and then pull it forward. Whee! Notice your inner legs. Now we're gonna let the tailbone lead back. You can take a soft bend in the knees if you need to. Stretch the arms forward. Let the head's weight drop down and do a little movement across the width of the mat with your ball. Just let it roll. You can even start to look underneath one arm, getting that rotation of the mid and upper back, breathing. And then do bend the knees, pull the navel in, tuck the chin in, round the spine. See how the ball helps you to round a little bit more? And then bring it back to you now. When your ball is right in front of you, heel toe your feet back towards each other. Beautiful. Now your feet are together. Bring your ball really close. Matter of fact, touching your shins. Make sure you're not going to kick anybody. Put your hands wide, like this is your yoga mat now. Your fingers are forward, the hands are open. Slide your left leg back and lift your left leg. Oh no, we're working. Good. Now if you want to challenge yourself, keep a soft bend in that right knee. You can push the ball forward. And then you can pull it back. Now I'm going to show you something, okay? But don't get scared. I haven't done this with people, but we also can do this. I'm going to come close to you, Lisa. Here, 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 here. You see all that? Everything with the ball can be done. Okay. Gina, we're not going to do that. But I want to show you that, okay? So put that leg down if you haven't. Okay. Bring the ball to you. Open your hands. Shoulders back. So again, if you have wrist concerns, this might hurt no matter what. But what I'm hoping is that it doesn't put as much pressure, and it's the way you can grab, right? And then shift your shoulders, because when we shift them back, that turns your lat muscles on. So we're going to shift the shoulders back, slide the right leg out, lift the leg just as high as it feels comfortable. And then you can roll the ball forward, breathing, and then back. So these little things that we do can strengthen those deeper muscles, those intrinsic muscles. So not just the bigger bellied muscles, you know what I mean, like the big quads. And then put that foot down. Now, see if you can keep the ball. Let's bring it around. Let's bring our knees around a little bit so we can hug it. Shake out the wrist. Let's take a big sun breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale down to your hips. Inhale, gather energy from earth, sky, above us. Exhale. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come down sitting in front of the ball. Now if I had a wall, like I have this right here, when you go home, you can potentially try this. You can lift your fabric. And sometimes I can sit in front of the ball without the wall just by putting the skin, but sometimes not. But this is just to show you something, okay? So you're gonna extend your legs now because we're doing this all day, right? Yes. We wanna do this. So if we had a wall, we could let that upper back open. This feels like paradise. Opening up heart, chest, lungs, shoulders, finding that extension. Good. And then try to lift your fabric if you haven't Don't worry, nobody cares. You can see my skin here. But if you put the skin on the ball, the fabric slides, right? So if you put your skin on it like you're doing, that looks great. You might find that it does stay. Let me try it this way, but it depends on the ball. Now, from here, now our spine is getting a sense of safety, right? Hopefully. Be careful, the chair's behind you. So I'm going to bend one knee at a time. I'm going to watch me first. I'm going to put the foot there. I'm going to make sure my sacrum and lumbar are on the ball. Then I'm going to put my head, right? And then, because we don't want to be like this. We want to have the whole spine molded into the ball. This is where, if you have a harder ball, it's not going to feel as groovy. It's a little softer is good. But you're going to step your feet towards the ball, and you're now supine. Serving your body open. Okay? Breathing. Now, you can have your knees bent, or you can also venture to straighten your legs. And feel that incredible opening. You can push off your feet if you can. And go back. Can you go back a little bit more? Yeah, extend your legs. Perfect. Breathing. Can we do a sound? I won't tell if you make sound. Won't tell. Good. Yeah, and I love what people are doing. Now they're exploring. Right now you're rolling down a little bit and back and, having some fun. Now we've got friends all around us, but what I'm going to invite you to do is make those slow circles. So from open, you're going to bring your hands in front of your pelvic and then up and around. And feel this opening through heart, chest, lungs, shoulders, range of motion. Right? Shoulders are tricky. Shoulders and knees, very tricky. And then go the other way. Beautiful. Okay. Now from where you are, lift your chin, set it on your chest. Bring your hands in front of you, steeple mudra. So your forefingers are pressing or extending, your thumbs are crossed. We're just going to go from one side to the other. Press against your feet can go wider. Get a massage from shoulder blade to shoulder blade. And then we're going to make circles. I call this the around the world. So you go around in a circle, you come back home to the Berkshires in the center, and then you go the other way, all around the world, breathing. Breath in and out. Good, one or two more. Does anyone like this exercise? Okay, good. We finally got a unanimous yes. Okay, and now we gotta do a little something, a little crunchy. So bring your hands to the back of your head, lift your chin like you have a tangerine in between your chin and chest. Inhale, and then go look towards your thighs. Inhale back, just to the upper back and shoulders, and then you could even take one hand away and touch your thumb into your navel and feel the core stabilizing muscles activating. And we're not talking about a six-pack. I gave up on that a long time ago. Now you could potentially take one hand and then the other. Come up and just kind of reach from the outer knee to the outer knee. Breathing. Using those oblique intercostal muscles. You're going to get there, hon. I know you are. Okay, now you're probably like, I need a break. So just let your head go onto the ball. Stretch it all back out. Breathe in and out. Every breath matters. Now we're going to try to use our core muscles to come back up and not our arms. So what I'm going to invite you to do is bring the chin to the chest. Reach your arms forward, palms up. Pull the navel, and if you need your hands, please use them. But we're going to see if we can just walk and roll at the same time. Rock and roll, okay? And then you're going to come up. Whoa! You did it. Yay, nailed it. So you stay there and bounce or do whatever, but I'm going to show you what could be, okay? This is my favorite thing, and Angela, I saw her trying to get there. I know she's ready for it, but so what I do is I go into wheel, and then I bring my head slightly to the floor, and I do my headstands. Now I don't put any pressure on the neck, and I do lots of fun things, and then lastly, I do that. Nadia Comaneci. Y'all don't remember Nadia Comaneci. Mary Lorette? Okay, yeah. So it doesn't matter. It's just that you can, you can go there. You can even just start here and then pull your elbows in a little bit. And this ball's too big too, and you can hover, you can do all the fun things. And then there is an element of trust, right? But I've been using this. I started doing ball yoga, I think I was like 21, right? And I was like, what's this? And I fell off the ball, right? And I was like embarrassed. And then I was like, but that felt really good. There was something about that. So yeah, that's why I kept it with me. But this is a therapeutic tool, right? Even just to sit on it, even like, just hanging out. It's like, oh, okay, how are you doing? Okay, I'm stretching my hip, Or, just playing around. Whee! I used to use it for my hip hop classes, and I'd be like, find the rhythm. And then put your leg over it, and then do that. And there's just all kind of fun things you can do. Now, so many things going on. You can watch TV like that. Now, what we did by sitting in front of it, I know you didn't all have a wall, so you didn't experience what I did, but that's a beautiful thing to do. Because when we do that, when we're home and we're becoming the marshmallow, like Master Adam said, this right here is amazing. Because that's not easy to sit up straight, right? Because we are rounding forward. It's okay, that's just gravity too. And so this right here can do everything. You could do your work here, all that stuff. You could watch TV, whatever you do. Or just to realign, just to take all the pressure off those muscles that are holding us up all day. Or, when we're sitting in the chair in the car, okay? And then all that fun stuff, just like, oh, that's beautiful. Okay, so from where you are, bring your arms forward. Let your hips move a little bit. Walk your feet beneath your knees. Take a deep breath in. And then push off your feet and just lift up. Bring your feet about hips width apart. Let your hands meet body. Right hand on belly, left hand on heart. Don't even worry about your ball. Don't even worry about it. Let it go and hang out with the other ones. Take a moment to feel your body. Feel your feet grounding you. We haven't even worked with the feet that much, but we kind of did, with the ball. Notice, go inside. This cannot be seen. To the outside world, we look just the same. But perhaps inside, you're aware of different changes. I don't want to give you what you feel because we're all so different, but I feel lighter somehow inside. I feel a little taller. I think this stuff works. I used to be 4'11", and now I'm 5'1"3/4", so I think it works. I also feel calmer and more centered. Yeah. So now we're going to find our yoga tune-up balls. So if you don't have a set, my friend Angela has the box over there. You can go over to her. You don't really need two. There's so many different things that we can use with these. We only need one. I'm so proud of you bringing these. This is so awesome. Yeah. And where's our reflexology paper? So you have them, everybody? Alyssa B. Put her name on here. Okay, thank you so much.
Where do you want the big balls?
We can, you know what, go ahead and stuff them in that closet. That way we're free of all the extra stuff. Hopefully you put your name on it. If you didn't, check out what the name of it is. Some of you have the same ones, but they're new, so it doesn't really matter, does it? Not too much. They're all new, I think. My sheet. Da-da-da. Slippers. So remember, we have the 2 sheets. So pick up your reflexology sheets once you get them. Well, you don't have them, right? Because you didn't get a folder last time.
Extra ones. Hold on a second. The whole folder I let. I left it release ago on my chair. I just thought you would have stacked them up.
Yeah, we did put them somewhere. I just gotta find them.
Okay.
They know where they are.
I already gave they already handed out.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
that's
once.
already done.
Grace,
Your
she
Wendy,
doesn't have.
your Wendy, right? Angela, oh dear, Wendy.
Oh.
Yeah, this is what I was.
Oh, that's, okay, that's what I was just asking
Yeah,
for.
this, I don't know if it's mine.
Don't worry about
I have one.
No, they're all the same.
I left my folder here.
There we go, she had the folders.
And here's the thing, yeah, I know she is a phone.
Okay.
It's all good, thank you. So, if you don't have one of these sheets, just what we're gonna do is we're gonna put them on the floor, okay? And stand up, like that, okay? If you have one, or you can look at your neighbors, doesn't matter, but just, come on up and take one of your balls towards the front of your mat. And I'm gonna invite you all to put your balls out to the side. I know you like them, they're so wonderful, but we're just gonna be standing up with nothing else, just our ball. Perfect. So looking down at, I really like the one that says reflexology for the reasons why I told you last night, because you can really see, we're going to be working all these different organs, right? So just glance at it. It's like, oh yeah. So if you have if you have an issue with your sinus, you might be taking care of your third toe, right? So it's all going to be affected though. So there are 3 lines of the foot. So you got the inner line, the center, and then the outer. Okay, so we're going to be working the center first. So take your ball and put the heel on the ball. I'm going to put my hands on the hips to gain more balance and stability, but also to put weight into it. Now, if you have brand new balls, it's going to be a little more sensational. So we're going to take our heel and we're just going to roll around where the buttocks are. So keep your eyes on your foot, but also every once in a while, take a look at the diagram. And then from, you okay? You okay? Okay, good. Okay, so now we're gonna put the weight into the heel. We're gonna try to lift the other foot. So actually we put a little bit more. Remember I said the heel is like the beef jerky of the human body, not so much circulation. So we wanna get in there. And then put your other foot down and just start to roll through the center of the foot. Breathing. Oh, so as you go up through the center, you can see the kidney, meridian, the spleen, the pancreas, and we got the heart in the middle. And then as you get to the arch, make little circles around that area, breathing. Good. And then go left and right. Good. And then start to go towards the second and third toe, breathing. Good, and then come to the center of not the center, a little bit to the left where the thyroid is. See that below the big toe into the arch a little bit? That's an area, isn't it? Yeah. And then from there we're gonna roll, just focus on the whole inner line. And this, you're finding your balance, I totally get it. It can be a little bit off balancing. We do our best. Tracy's smart, she found a wall. Over at Canyon Ranch we had ballet bars and we would do some of this with the ballet bar for support. But I like to do it sometimes without because, sometimes that's not available, but it also makes you figure things out too. But it's all good either way. Now check in with that outer line a few times. And then what we're gonna do from there is put the heel of the foot down. I'm gonna turn this way. I know you can't see my little foot here, but take the heel down and the ball of the foot down. So just your maybe first, second, and third toe are on the ball. Breathe. And then we're gonna try to wrap our toes around the ball like we're gonna lift. Now, I can't do it anymore. When I used to do this all the time at Canyon Ranch, I could pick up the ball with my toes. Some people can, and really the toes are very similar to fingers. They can lift and grab. I've seen people with no hands. One woman, I met her at a bar 100 years ago at Great Barrington, Angela, and she didn't have any hands. She was so lovely. She said, "Do you want a drink?" And I said, "Yes, I do." So she came over with the drink in her foot, and I was blown away at her flexibility of her foot. So it doesn't matter. It's just, this is what can happen in life. There's lots of variations of our bodies, right? Now, just a couple passes up and down. And then once we put the foot down, that's the moment of truth that we want to kind of gauge. So go ahead and put the foot down. Close your eyes or find your seat chin level. Notice that foot. If you notice anything different, can you say I? Yeah, you didn't even know you needed that, right? It's like, oh, my foot was okay. But that's what happens when we get massages, right? That's like the practitioner did it. I mean, it's more work for us, right? It's not easeful like it is when they do it for us. Now the other foot is super excited. So step into that foot that's now grounded. Put your other heel up there. Put the ball of the foot down. I'll start on the heel again. So we're going to put a little pressure into it. And then I'm going to step that opposite foot. Just kind of lift it up a little bit. You know, just so you put more pressure. Is this side different already? Just the balance could be very different. That's okay. And then start to roll across the width of the heel. Then you can make some circles around it. And here's the thing, noticing this, that we don't feel that whatever good stuff we felt while we're doing it. Do you notice that? We're not going to. It's when we pause and we come back to neutral that we'll feel those differences. So it gives us something to look forward to. It's why I keep doing this stuff. So then from the heel, we're going to go up through the center line, through the bladder, the spleen, coming up towards the heart and the center, breathing. It doesn't have to be the same. You know, you might explore different ways, and it's okay. And then go across where the center line is. Let's get into the heart, and then we'll go across to the shoulder area on the outer area. And then, and someone asks, people ask questions all the time, which I love. And someone says, what if you have bunions? Is this okay to do? Absolutely it is. Absolutely. Breathe in and out. And then let's go all the way in through the inner line, up and down, breathing. Once you get into it, it becomes like a healthy addiction, right? You just want more. Yeah. And I think this is a good kind of an addiction. Self-care, right? We could do this all day long and we just keep unfurling more and more and more. Now at some juncture, I like to get to the big toe because the big toe has a lot of information. It's almost like the thumb. We use that big toe every time we take a step. Now we got shoes on a lot, so it's not the same, but if you went barefoot, and like when I teach walking meditation, you actually land on the pinky toe side and you propel off the big toe side. Big toe pad, okay. So up and down, did you catch the outer? Let's catch the outer one, outer line. So we had this class over at Canyon Ranch called Soul Energizers, S-O-L-E. And we have these like dome-shaped things with nodules on the top. And it's kind of like a Bosu, if anyone's seen a Bosu. We have like a whole closet full of them there, strangely enough. But it kind of looks like that. And I still have them. I step on them when I do my dishes. Okay, getting into this here. Let's go ahead and put the heel down and the ball of the foot looking down. Make sure that maybe the first 2 or 3 toes are up. The other 2 or 3 are going to drop down. Whatever's up is going to be getting a nice stretch. Now see if you can keep that contact, but roll a little bit and see if you can kind of grab the ball. Now if you can lift the ball, I'm going to buy you a cookie, okay? I see some. I can't. This one's new. The newer ones. No, I didn't see it. No, she did. Okay, I'll get you a cookie. Good job. Did you do it too? You can't do the old soccer. What is that? Hacky sack. You can't do that. Did you get 2 cookies? 3 cookies? 4? Andrew. Good. Are you ready? Keep your foot on just for another moment. We're going to get that last little something. Then when we put the foot down, pause. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Foot down. Wow. A little soft bend in the knees. Feel your feet. I feel different. Can you pop out a couple words about what you're noticing about your feet? Softer. Energized, mobilized. Grounded. Yes. Released.
More surface area on the ground.
Yes, I love that. Yeah, more grounded in surface area. If these are the foundation of the body, it's probably a good idea to do this sometimes. That connects to your ankle, knee, hip, spine, and everything else. So the whole lower kinetic chain is in connection with the feet. Yeah, let's just pedal our feet. Breathing in and out. Good. Let's bend the knees, sweep the hands down in front of the knees. Let's take a big sun breath. It's so beautiful out there today. Look up to your thumbs. And then as you exhale, go. Let the arms swing in front of you. Inhale, reach. Exhale, go. 2 more. Last one. And then as you bring your arms over your head, bring your hands into Anjali Mudra at your beautiful heart. Take a moment, drop the shoulders. Listen to this sacred song I think many of us know. I'm going to play the Tibetan bell to seal mind, body, spirit, vibration, and sound. Allow your breath to flow. And then we'll share the sound of Om to seal this morning practice. Before we do, remember that you're a sound, and your sound is uniquely you. It's a blueprint, no one else has it. When we chant Om, it brings the energies of divine nature, of who we really are, to the forefront of our awareness. And we share this sacred sound of this planet that we all reside upon with ourselves always first, and then for the world, or if you can think of any particular person or being, thank you, that could use this metta, loving kindness. Let's do a round of Om together. Deep belly to heart breath in. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, bow to your wise heart. I brought you here in this now moment. Hari Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. May we allow peace within our own hearts in this moment. Breathe into that peace. And then share this peace around the hallways of Kripalu. And then when you go home to your communities, let's just let our arms release, give a little shake out. So, before we go into the bags, there's yoga dance at noon with my mentor, Tony, who's amazing. Yes. However, and I was going to do yoga dance with you when you got back, because